All right, we live here. I want to say shalom to y'all. Shalom, shalom. I'm only coming on here if there's been some major developments. This ain't my thing to go live this often, especially how busy I am. I am right now. I am on the road heading to Orlando. Gonna be picking Sister Koi up here soon. We're gonna be getting set up and prepared for our Orlando Shabbat that we're gonna be having soon. But as you can tell by the title, there's been some new developments that I thought they warranted me just doing a live to expound on and everything. I really like what I'm beginning to see. Kyrie Irving is getting a lot more support. What I really need to do is go and make a list of the people who have come out in support of him, because again, we are the all you brothers and sisters out there, man. Y'all are stepping up, posting stuff, countering the the what we call the mainstream narrative that they are trying to slap on anybody who goes against, the mainstream ideology. You know what I'm saying? So we're definitely countering that with truth, and it's just a blessing to people who are stepping up. But the biggest thing, the biggest and most exciting thing, and also y'all, if y'all can, let me know how my audio is. Let me know if y'all can hear me before I go in, uh, before I really start going in. Um, but the biggest thing is the fact that the system, the beast system, the powers that be, the spiritual wickedness in high places out there, they've showed their hand to those who have eyes to see. They have showed their hand. They have shown how they operate. We've seen them move. They've really showed themselves and what they're able to do and who they are. You know what I'm saying? And people see it. And shout out to Jay Williams, the ESPN announcer, because he recently put a video out. And like I said, initially I didn't like what he had to say, but he came out. He said some people have talked to him. He's had a second to look at everything, and Jay Williams came hard. And he straight up said he don't care if he loses his job, loses money. Jay Williams came hard with it. So shout out to Jason Williams. Y'all go out there and find that video he just put out. It looks like it was pretty hot off the press. The one I saw was about 8 hours old, maybe, or something like that. And yeah, man, he was just saying, look, he said, I stand with Kyrie. He basically said he's apologized, and, you know, and then Jason Williams brought up about Brett Favre. He brought up about he brought up a lot of stuff where, look, they didn't attack them like this, but now you're gonna attack this person. Y'all gonna lay all this stuff, and then his apology ain't enough. You're gonna break him in front of everybody. So Jay Jay Williams brought up about buck breaking and all that stuff. Yep. Yeah. Then hey, real talk. Let's keep it 100. I gotta give a shout out to Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon went out. He actually paid a visit to the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League. I think it was the Anti-Defamation League. It might have been or one of those organizations, but he actually went out there and addressed this thing and told him, hey, why are they trying to break him like this, though? Why after he apologized, after he said he's not full of hate, why are y'all trying to make him, grovel at y'all's feet and stuff like that, basically? So he went out there and he came out and said, hey, he's staying with Kyrie. Okay? And, it's funny because you can't find the whole interview that Nick Cannon and the head of the ADL or whatever that place is, you can't find the whole interview anywhere, okay? You can't find it. You just find snippets that it looks like the ADL put out. They call themselves trying to cleverly edit it, but it's still daggered them. It's still daggered them, okay? So yeah, man. But shout out to him. He's standing by Kyrie. And then of course, Floyd Mayweather, he came out, and other people come out and they just don't come to mind just yet. But people are looking at this thing and now they're beginning to speak out. And them coon clowns who initially said, oh yeah, they should suspend them. Oh yeah, they should put them out the NBA. They're gonna look real dumb. I think it was Kendrick Perkins or somebody. Yo, they're gonna be looking real stupid. You know what I'm saying? They really played their card. But Jason Williams, he came out with a straight up real video, man, from his heart. A video he put, I guess, on his platform, or a video that he had put somewhere. And yeah, man, straight came with it. Now, Kyrie just did a video. I don't know where he did the video at. I don't know if it was on his Instagram or some other place, but the way I saw it, Ron Shields had put it up on his page. Okay. And so I watched it over there. And Kyrie was he was using wisdom. He did not. And understandably so. He talked very vaguely, very spiritually, and very generally. But for those of us who have ears to hear, we knew exactly what he was talking about. Okay, so he didn't. So the brother is very wise because he just kept it real general and real basic, so that because of course he got this situation going on. But the one take you will get when you watch the video he put out is that, look, he gonna stand firm. He not worshiping money, and he understands that. And this is what a lot of people need to understand. I actually talked to the Saints down here about this. Is, look, your actions are going to echo through time, through generations. Just like in the commandments, in 10 Commandments, where Yah says, look, he says, showing love and blessings to those who love me, but, and I'm paraphrasing, but visiting the iniquities of those to the third and fourth generation. So basically, if you're not doing things according to thus saith Yah, which the way Yah lays out for us to move and operate through this life is for our well-being. He's not trying to make things painful to see if we faithful to him. and all that. He's laid out a way so that you're not ruining your life and ruining the lives of those who are to come, you know. And I get that on a deep level, and that was kind of what Kyrie was conveying. Kyrie is he's on his journey. He's searching. Okay, he's searching, and from listening to him talk, he's diligent about the path he's on in his search. He conveyed that in his message. But just like Kanye, because a lot of people were like, "Oh yeah, this a psyop. He's what's that thing called? I forget what that thing's called." But they're like, "Oh yeah, he's an agent. Oh, he's Illuminati. It's some type of trick and all this stuff." And they're saying that about Kyrie. No, look, if you got spiritual discernment, you can tell that Yah is working on those brothers' hearts. Okay, he's drawing them for what? For a time like that, and it's a path. And it's like I said in my other video I did. Hey, look, listen. If you had seen me 15 years ago, 10 years ago, probably not 10 years, but 15 years ago, 20 years ago, when I was in my 20s, man, if y'all had seen me, y'all been like, damn, that nigga was wicked. Right? Yo, you know what I'm saying? Even when I first started on my path, on my journey, y'all, I was meditating. I was calling myself a Buddhist Christian and a Hindu Christian. Then I went into New Age, and y'all, I was studying all types of weird stuff. But, however, when I found out that, because this is what happened at the beginning of my journey, I was in Christianity, and then I realized it didn't line up with the word, and it was lies. So I said, you know what? Look at the truth, and I started this thing out, and I was and I saw Andrew another one, and he said a powerful state. Anytime somebody has one style, it's evil. There's an agenda. Um, anytime someone or some entity or some group or power that be trying to press one side of an argument, anytime somebody's telling you, oh, you can't even look there, don't even consider that, we're not even hearing that, they don't even want to hear, they only want to hear one side of an argument, that's where Satan's at. Why? The only reason why is because it's going to expose you or them or that group of people or whoever it is. Okay? And like I said, y'all, I'm on the road, so if it goes out, just let me know. And just be patient. It's not your internet connection, it's mine, because of course, I'm on the road. But I'm gonna tell you this too. Very soon here, I'm gonna have some pretty advanced technology to counter that. But yeah, that's something that we need to really. That's a clear indicator of where Satan's operating at. Is when people are trying to suppress one side of the argument. You know what I'm saying? Oh, don't even consider that. Oh, don't even say that. Or they don't want to address and prove their side or a side or whatever. And that's what you got going on now. Oh, it's anti-Semitic tropes and all this stuff like that. Prove it. Prove all things. The book that these people claim to believe in tells you to prove all things and hold fast to that which is true. Y'all we gotta stick to book, and that's gonna expose Satan. You know what I'm saying? When we stick to book, it exposes Satan. And he's operating. We watching his hand clearly operate. Okay? Clearly. We are watching a group of people, the powers that be, that serve money. In the Bible, it's called the worship of mammon. And that's what these people do. They worship mammon. Okay? But again, man, I want to come on here again and give a shout out to Jason Williams for really stepping up and really coming out and coming real. Because initially, he pissed me off with the stuff he was saying on ESPN and all that stuff like that. But yeah, he came out and he put himself on the line. He said, look, and if I lose my job, so be it. Like, yeah. So, and that's, hey, listen, this is what they fear. They know, man. This is why they COINTELPRO agenda was like, prevent the rise of another black messiah. That's one of the COINTELPRO tenets. It's a government program to ensure no one like Malcolm X or anything like that arises. Hey, but it is written. We got the scripts that are literally, we reading these end time prophecies, and we are watching things happen, y'all. And it's funny how these things happen in the dead season. Like this whole thing with Kanye literally started off right after the Feast of Tabernacles, the last feast, as we went into the dead season. And the dead season is simply a Hebrew way of saying the season where nothing grows, when winter comes and there's no harvest. And of course, the heathens put their new year right slap dab in the middle of the dead season. So, but it's also the time where Satan really, because they got all their high wicked days, so it's also the time where Satan really gets in there. Hey, Shalom, Elder Rufus. Hey, I want to get with you, and just to let all y'all know, we have a major show this evening. It's going to be, we're going to be discussing with pro athletes, the pro-Hebrew Israelite athletes. So they're pro athletes who are Hebrew Israelites. They're retired. One of them is a Hall of Famer. Actually, two of them are Hall of Famers. And we're going to be discussing this situation with these with these. Yeah, hold on, y'all. I'm just trying to stop this stupid windshield wiper. There we go. We're going to be discussing this situation concerning Kyrie Irving and with the situation with Ron's book and Kanye West and I. We're going to be discussing that with pro athletes and with Pastor Dow and Elder Rufus. I also want to invite you on there too, because you have a unique perspective with your knowledge of basketball and everything like that. So definitely want to invite you on there. I'll be reaching out to you later. So we're going to have Pastor Dow is going to be on there. Pastor Daniel, he was a lineman for the Super Bowl Indiana Colts. Rob Mathis, a Hall of Famer. We're going to have another lineman. He played, I forget what football teams he played, but his name is brother TJ. Okay, we're going to have him on the show. We're going to have Kabir is going to be on there. Another Hall of Famer for Green Bay. And Pastor Dow's going to be on there. Prayerfully, Elder Rufus is going to be on there. We're going to have him come on because Elder Rufus has a very good understanding of basketball. And he's a longtime elder here in Straightway Ministries. So he can really bring a good perspective. And y'all, it's going to be a good show. It's going to be coming on this evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm real excited about it. But it's going to, man, this is going to be the show. This is going to be the official Hebrew Israelite response to the Kyrie Irving and Kanye West situation. Okay, it's going to be the official Hebrew Israelite response. Okay, because of the wealth of wisdom and knowledge that is going to be on that panel this evening. So definitely going to be good. But yeah, there is, y'all. Listen, let me tell y'all something. There's a Bible scripture I read on a show, on one of them shows I did a couple days ago, where it said gross darkness will cover the world, this, that, and the other. I'm paraphrasing it. But it says gross darkness will cover the world, and basically how these nations are going to come to the brightness of our rising. Like they're going to see the light of Yah on us. What does that look like? It's just they're going to see by our actions, by our behaviors, by how we are conducting ourselves, by how we're living, by what's going on in our lives. They're going to see, they're going to realize that we are the people of the Most High Yah, and that we are truly walking in His, according to thus saith the Lord. And we are receiving, they're going to see the blessings of Yah on us, the light. And listen, y'all, that time is fast approaching. It's funny. I listen to people talk like Andrew Tate and I forget what that other guy's name is, but I listen to some of these people talk, and they're bringing out truth. And when I say they're bringing out truth, they are brilliantly identifying what is going on out here in society. And I've seen this for a long time. Even in the Hebrew Israelite community, there are assemblies and camps and groups that brilliantly identify what is going on out there, how Satan is operating, how this kingdom of darkness is moving and you know, gaining more and more traction among, you know, society, and how this agenda is getting implemented. And they brilliantly identify this and see it and articulate it and bring it out. However, they don't have the answers. And that's what sets Straightway so far apart from everyone else out there. We have the answer, and not only do we have the answer, but we are actually putting forth work to do the answer. Okay, so and I think tonight on that show, one of the major things that's going to come forth is the fact that, you know, the you're going to see how we are actually doing the answer, and the answer is the word of Yah and following his laws, statutes, and commandments to the utmost of our ability. And there's just example after example in Straightway of people diligently doing exactly what that word says. And I'm talking about not just in word, but in deed. I'm talking about selling all you have, combining everything you have with your brothers and sisters, and having all things in common, building together, living together, eating together, growing your own food, teaching your own children, spiritually getting deliverance from wicked spirits, getting your mind aligned spiritually, and literally the fruit that comes from that. Just on my channel alone, you know what I'm saying? Just on my channel alone, you go back and watch the videos of my growth over the last 4 years. All right. Nick said Kyrie is preaching doctrines of devils. What I would say to you, Nick, is just you might not have been on earlier, but early on in my path, in my journey, you would have said the exact same thing about me. Nobody just comes into this and is walking it out. It's a process, okay? What I would move to say is Kyrie is waking up and he's definitely going in the right direction, okay? There, like I said, there's a lot of noise out there, and to find the signal, you got to do a lot of tuning. It's like a radio. You got a lot of static out there, but to actually get the radio station, it takes some tuning. So we're just gonna watch. I have not said, I did not say Kyrie is Mr. Righteous or anything like that. But what I will say is he's going in the right direction. And I wouldn't be so quick to jump and say he's speaking doctrines of devils. LeBron is speaking doctrines of devils, okay? Shaq is speaking doctrines of devils, okay? They locked in, fully serving mammon. They openly practice mammonism, the worship of money, okay? Kyrie, nah, I can't say that. I feel from you, like I told y'all, having spiritual discernment will help you to identify who's speaking doctrines of devil and who the Most High is dealing with. Okay? So we have to use spiritual discernment when we're watching. And it's not about talk, It says you will know them by their fruit. You just got to watch his walk and what he's doing. I know Kyrie has come a long way from early on when he used to be when he'd be out there saging the court. You know, he's searching. And look, listen, even for me, like I said, initially when I initially got on my path, I was studying Buddhism, Hinduism, all types of weird meditation, and and New Age stuff. But I was diligent with my search, and the Bible says, "Prove all things and hold fast to that which is true." So if you go and you watch that video that Kyrie just put out, he said he's searching. He admitted he does not know it all, but he's diligently on the path and searching this thing out. I hear the same people talking about Kanye West. They saying some people saying Kanye West is he's MK Ultra. He's this, that, and the other. And I look, the Most High has been working on him. If you have any type of spiritual discernment, you are gonna see that the Most High is clearly dealing with his heart, with Kanye West's heart. And Kanye done put forth more action than a lot of Hebrews I see out there. Like he is just, but time will tell. But I'm telling you, from what I've seen, look, Kanye is serious. and look here, 90% of y'all wouldn't do what he did. Y'all be hugging them billions, and y'all say, Master Charlie, good white folk. and if he don't do this, blah blah, y'all be over there talking like, you know what I'm saying? No, sir. And if your dudes want me to say that, I'll say that too, sir. That'd be 90 or more percent of y'all would be over there on that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know. No kidding. New Age spirituality is false. Yeah. But hey, look, if you got this is part of, this is why this is a path. And if you serious and diligent about your search, you'll get through it. You'll realize the error of it. But it also takes brothers and sisters, like the brothers and sisters that are in straight way, that are serious minded, to be an example. Because the most powerful witness of this word is your footwork. Okay? That's the most powerful witness of this word, is the footwork you bringing forth. Okay? It's not going to be talking about it. Elder Rufus said, try 98%. Yeah, man. So, Jay Israel's asking, what happens tonight? Tonight, we're doing a big show. Spiritual Combat is going to, I'm going to have several pro athletes, some of them Hall of Fame athletes, and some very knowledgeable elders and pastors on my show. Y'all give me a sec. Orlando, go straight. Okay. All right. Yeah, y'all bear with me. Get off over here. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna have some pro athletes, and several pastors and elders on my show this evening, and you're gonna get a very well-rounded understanding and perspective of this situation going on with Kyrie Irving, Kanye West, and Ron Dalton with his book and all that. Okay, it's gonna be a very good show. So they're gonna be on my show this evening at 7 o'clock, around 7 o'clock. The people that are gonna be on the show is gonna be Rob Mathis. He's a Hall of Fame football player. Daniel Meir. He's now a pastor. Um, he's a lineman on the Colts on their Super Bowl team. Kabir, brother Kabir, he played with Brett Favre on the Green Bay Packers. You're gonna get a unique perspective on that whole Brett Favre situation and how he basically got a pass for stealing money from the government and from poor people, and he didn't get nearly what Kyrie's getting. So he's gonna be on there. TJ was an offensive lineman in the NFL. He's gonna be on the show. Pastor Dow, you already know. So he's going to be on the show. And Elder Rufus is also going to be on the show. Elder Rufus is very knowledgeable when it comes to basketball and the NBA. And he's a very wise elder in Straightway. So it's going to be a very informative show. And it is going to be the official Hebrew Israelite stance on this Kanye West and Kyrie Irving Hebrew to Negro situation that has been unfolding. You know, and that has been a blessing for the Hebrew Israelite community. Okay, but yeah, so it's definitely going to be a good show. Comes on to at 7. It's going to be simulcast across many platforms. It's going to be on Kabir's platform. It's going to be on Brother Daniel's platform. It's going to be on my platform. It's going to be on who else? It's going to be on a bunch of platforms, y'all. We're going to put it out there, and it's going to hit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But definitely excited about that. And, you know, y'all definitely get the word out. But when we go live, everybody will see it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when we go live, it's gonna be pretty. I'm sure it'll get everybody's attention. And the wisdom and the information that's gonna come out is gonna be awesome. Definitely have your questions ready. It's gonna be a big undertaking. Pray that we get good internet connectivity. So yeah, and it's gonna be good. But yeah, man. But again, I want to give a shout out to my man Jay Williams. Again, initially, I kind of, you know, he pissed me off with, you know, because he was kind of taking the cliche stance of anybody on, you know, any and every of the mainstream media. Okay, he was taking the mainstream stance on this Kyrie Irving situation, but recently, in the last 10 hours, 8 hours, Jay Williams came on and did a video, really breaking down his stance and just kind of coming to a realization of what this really is, of how these powers that be are just really coming down, are really coming down on Kyrie, you know, for what he did, you know, and really going over the top, you know. So, but clearly, like I've been saying on all my shows, hey, look, the damage has been done, y'all. You know what I'm saying? The damage has been done. The word has been spread. People's eyes are open. Hey, look, all my time in this Hebrew Israelite understanding, I have never seen it get receive this level of publicity. I have never seen it on this scale. And I've been in for a minute, and even prior to me coming into this truth, just researching back, man, it's never been awakening on this scale. Now, I will say this, back in the early 90s, late 80s, the Hebrew Israelite awakening was on a trajectory to reach, become a massive awakening through hip hop, because there were so many hip hop artists rapping about it and coming out about it. Like I said, in the late 80s, early 90s, but then they devised the culture vultures devised a nefarious scheme called gangster rap to extinguish the awakening back then. Okay, but now it's a different time, you know. So yeah, but yeah, man, it's exciting. Like I said, I've never seen, and let me say this too, because man, there's just so many observations I've taken just from this Kyrie situation. Just how just one man, could just literally just copy. He did it. He went copy, paste, enter, and triggered just damn near a global awakening. And then one person, you know, you got Ron over there. He wrote one book, made little movies, you know, put it out, let it sit there, and then boosh, I mean, it went global in the millions. Just one thing. And then guess what? The Hebrew community is already set up. There's plenty of content out there to, you know, feed people's curiosity. And then guess what? At the end of the day, for those saints that are serious and want to go all the way, straightway is already positioned to receive. For those serious-minded people who really want to walk this thing out in spirit and truth, you got straightway. You do. And it's just real talk, y'all. And that's just my wisdom on it. And how, you know, how I see this thing going now, you know. So yeah. But yeah, y'all, but that's all I wanted to come on and talk about Alex Williams. Oh, and listen, for those of y'all who didn't see, y'all see that picture I posted with Shaq, where he took a picture with the Hebrew Israelites of ISUPK Atlanta. So I posted that picture on all my social media platforms. Y'all get that picture and share it. Get that thing to go viral, okay? Let's get that out there. So, all right, but anyway, y'all, appreciate all y'all tuning in. Definitely tune in for the show tonight. I'm Michael Israel. You're watching Spiritual Combat. Shalom, shalom.